So thanks for Zooming with me, Russ. For this is kind of new for us. For our NRN audience, this is Russ Bendel, the CEO of the Habit Burger, which recently got acquired by Yum Brands. And for those who are uninitiated, the Habit sells a delicious char burger cooked over an open flame, and you're in for a treat when the Habit starts to grow beyond Southern California in its existing footprint. But so thanks for coming and Zooming with me. And how are you, and how's your family, and how is the chain doing in these crazy times?
Well, it's certainly crazy times, and thanks for asking. Our family is doing fine, similar to probably everyone else, pretty much staying at home, watching too much TV, try to avoid the news. But we're doing well, and I do think there are some signs of encouragement that the caseload is slowing down, and I think if we continue to be cautious, that we'll beat this thing, hopefully sooner than later, and start the road to whatever the new normal is.
Yeah, whatever the new normal. Well, let's talk about that for a second. Your restaurants, 271, and about 20% have drive-thrus, which is a little unusual for a fast casual brand.
Yep.
How are those stores performing in this crisis, and how is the chain doing under the circumstances of only doing off-premise?
Yeah, it's certainly been an adjustment, and as you know, Nancy, we leaned into more drive-thrus a few years ago. We felt we still cook everything to order. We don't start to make any of the food until someone orders it, whether you're in the drive-thru or in normal circumstances eating inside the dining room. But people want convenience, so we have about 53 drive-thrus currently. And they certainly are, historically, they've always done higher sales than our traditional end cap type locations. But in this situation, the COVID-19 crisis that we're in, they certainly have an advantage. And we've made a number of adjustments to our business, like other brands and concepts have had to do to address the needs of our customers.
So are you seeing above average lines in the drive-thru as everyone, because it feels to me like that makes me feel safer when I go into a drive-thru?
Yeah, I think the drive-thru certainly are performing better and have maybe longer lines, obviously due to no one being able to, really not many people coming inside. But we've done a number of things with technology to be able to be more accessible to our guests, to our customers. And, about 18 months ago, that was a major initiative for the Habit, was to become an all-access and more accessible brand. I think that started with the development of a proprietary app that we rolled out last year that we're incredibly encouraged and happy with. We have about 300,000 downloads on the app already. We're gaining a couple thousand a day. It has a 4.8 rating on both Google and Apple, so it's being well received.
So having made these investments in off-premise and frictionless ordering, has served you well. It wasn't a major pivot for you guys, even though I know everybody's down. I mean, people are not going out as much, right?
Yeah, but we've done some other things too.
Tell me about the curbside. I'm really interested.
Yeah, we're incredibly encouraged by the app, but obviously everyone has not downloaded the app. And, our number one concern is first and foremost the safety of our teammates and our customers. And having an internal app development team has really worked in our favor long term and especially short term. We've added a couple of our operating team is the people in the field, those men and women are incredible. And I think you learn in a time of crisis, especially in the restaurant, hospitality business, people come together. They want to do good work. They want to take great care of each other and our customers, and that continues. What we've done in some of those specific areas is our the stores that aren't traditional brick and mortar drive-throughs. We have about 40 of them that we've converted to what we call pop-up drive-throughs. So we're using cones, signage, portable tent type structures, and we create a drive-up aisle, take the orders on remote tablets, and then we run the food out on trays in a very minimal contact manner. And that has been very well received. It takes a little time. We have to work with our partners, our landlords to gain that type of approval. But we're converting a couple of those type locations each and every day. And
when did you first start doing that, Russ? That sounds really interesting. I haven't heard of anybody.
Yeah, actually, one of our directors of operations in Utah came up with the thought and saw something similar there, and worked with Tony, our COO, and our entire operations team. And about 2 weeks ago, we converted our first 2. And then each day we were adding 2, 3 more. And this week we're adding 3 or 4 a day. And it's hard to measure their sales, but the feedback that we're getting from our customers is amazing because it makes it safe, very basically zero contact. It's been a game changer for us. The other thing we've done where we don't have the ability to create those drive-up lanes and things like that, we're doing park and order where we have some designated spots. People pull into a spot and we'll take their order again on a tablet and they'll stay there and we'll bring out the food.
Almost like a car hop.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically what it is, an old style car hop. And then one of the other features that we're working and adjusting is on our proprietary app that I was speaking of earlier. We now have a feature where when your order is about to be ready, you'll receive a text message saying that your order is ready or be ready shortly. And it gives you the option to use curbside from the app. So you can reply what the make and the model of your car is. And if you pull in, we will bring the food out to you.
Wow.
So again,
you just identify yourself, completely contactless. Smart. So, you had a good app developer who was able to pivot quite quickly to add that feature then.
Yeah, I think that's one of the benefits of us, fortunately 18 months ago or so, really looking into being more accessible. We have an incredible internal IT team that is working 20 hours a day on making adjustments. And, we're making a lot of concepts are, obviously, we're making a lot of adjustments each and every day. And our operators, we couldn't be more proud of the work that the men and the women in the field are doing, because there's a lot coming at them in a crazy environment. And again, our number one objective is to keep our people safe, our customers safe, and to keep restaurants open. Because by keeping restaurants open, we keep people working. And, we are incredibly fortunate that we have not made any furloughs, any layoffs at all. And our
Wow.
objective is to, again, have a safe environment, keep restaurants open, and keep people working.
What Yum has made a lot of great, announcements, proactive, above many of the other chains, talking about temperature checks, masks, even just creating more of a contactless ordering and environments. What is the habit doing beyond the curbside pickup, like in
Yeah.
terms of gloves and masks?
Yeah. I mean, we've been acquired by Yum
Yeah.
about exactly a month ago, March
In the middle of
18th.
all this, Russ. Yeah,
And
not.
our whole time has been in the COVID-19 environment, and they have been incredible. And when you talked about some of the things they're doing, but the resources they have and our ability to tap into an incredible network of incredibly talented people and expertise, global expertise in so many areas. We as well, we have implemented throughout our entire system. We're doing temperature checks every 4 hours on all employees. We are 100% masks, 100% gloves, all the appropriate sanitizer methods. I mean, food safety and cleanliness is always been at the core of great restaurant companies,
Right.
and Yum certainly has expertise in that area that has assisted us in supply chain and just overall expertise. It's been incredible to be able to have them.
David Gibbs made a statement a couple of weeks ago on a business update, just saying how, consumer behaviors kind of forever change and adapt, being able to adapt. What do you see, like the White House just talked about reopening in phases. What is the plan for the Habit Burger in terms of when you're allowed to reopen dining rooms? Are you already thinking about like removing tables inside? Will masks and gloves be the norm now, even in phase 3?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of regulatory things coming out. Obviously, we will be 100% compliant in whatever the requirements are. And in speaking with David yesterday, we certainly believe it won't be a V-shaped return to business. It'll be probably, hopefully, a steady improvement. And first and foremost, the guiding principles will be, how do we keep our teammates and our customers safe? And we are working on all of those issues you talk about. I don't think we'll have full dining rooms, be allowed to even have full dining rooms or want that. We'll have to have the appropriate social distancing and comply with those. And we're developing those kind of strategies. And, really, the consumer, as they come back, we will keep what their needs and wants are at the forefront of all the decisions that we make. And it certainly will be different than it was 2 months ago, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm trying to think of what normal is. It's going to be a new normal and going back to normal. But I know I, for one, would like to see people, like, you become used to people wearing, even the cashier wearing gloves. Do you see that being kind of a permanent thing, even when we have a vaccine?
Would not be surprised. We've installed plexiglass screens in all of, we have a few outer market locations that they're being installed this weekend, or early Monday, Tuesday. But we've already made those changes, and we'll continue to look at things that make our customers feel safe. I mean, the Habit, I think we're well positioned. All of the Yum brands are probably well positioned. We're limited service, we're comfort food, and we have, we've always had a strong commitment to safety and sanitation and cleanliness, which has always been important to consumers, but I think that gets dialed up tenfold going
Right.
forward.
You know, Russ, you're a veteran in the industry, working at Mimi's and Cheesecake Factory. You know, you've gone through cycles of the economy. Have you seen anything though like this? I mean,
Yeah.
what has it been like?
It's crazy. I mean, yeah, because 9/11 was terrible. The economic downturn of 2008 and 9 certainly was challenging for our industry. But there's really never in my lifetime, and hopefully never again, where the right thing to do was to shut down business basically, and operate in a way that is not familiar to many of us, but it has allowed us all to probably be much more nimble than we ever thought we could do, make changes and adjustments to our business model that normally would take months or a year, that we're doing in a matter of days now. And I think we're seeing our people will rally, our people will want to do the right thing, and we'll be better for it when we come out the other side. Some of these initiatives around safety and convenience will stick with us for a long time.
Do you got to ask, I mean, are plans still in the works to grow the habit, or have they been put on hold because of this? Or
A lot of things have been put on hold, but when Yum acquired us, they liked a lot of things about the habit, but growth was certainly a big part of that. And our plans are to deal with the situation we're in, make sure we come out the other side in a strong position. But Yum has over 51,000 locations in 150 plus countries, and we certainly look forward to accelerating our growth like we talked about when the announcement was made, and really tap into their network of world-class franchise partners, not only domestically, but globally, and look to make good strategic decisions and accelerate the growth of Habit for many years to come.
it's still really tough for a lot of independent restaurants. And I've been thinking about your son, who,
Yeah.
just a little bit of background, Russ's son is an independent restaurant owner here in Orange County, California. And how is he doing? Do you mind just me
Yeah.
asking and maybe giving me that perspective? Because it is very different, the experience for a chain versus an independent restaurant, who maybe don't have that corporate support.
It certainly is, and he's fortunate. He has 3 locations in Orange County that are open, are all still open. They're dinner only, little more chef driven, and they've enjoyed a great, humbly speaking, a great relationship in the communities that they've been in, and they've converted 100% to takeout only. Obviously, they've had to make staffing adjustments, but they're going to be okay. They look forward to when you can reopen dining rooms in a safe manner, but they're working on a lot of things that they feel good about, and they're encouraged by the news we're starting to see. So thank you for asking.
Thank you. Well, give my best to him. And it's just going to be, like you said, it's a different state of the industry when we come out of this, but hopefully everybody will come out ahead. But, honestly, there probably will be some closures for some brands. I mean, there's no doubt with some people may not be able to survive this, right?
Unfortunately, yes, there'll probably be a number of restaurants that won't be able to come out the other side of this, and that is unfortunate. And unfortunately, it'll probably be smaller mom and pops, maybe undercapitalized organizations, and that unfortunately will probably be one of the effects of this
Mhm.
COVID-19 scenario we're in.
Do you see off-premise just was already accelerating prior to this? Do you see with consumer behavior and a slow rollout of opening up dining rooms that it's just going to accelerate even more than the demand for delivery and carry out? And will you continue like the curbside since it's built into your app?
Yeah, I think we will. I think a lot of these features and adjustments that we're making and a lot of the Yum brands are doing similar things, and we're learning from each
Success.
other. I think a lot of those things will stick and be features that will offer our customers. The pop-up drive-thrus probably won't be able to survive. But I mean, as we look at our growth and just projecting a little bit forward, you know, we've leaned into drive-thrus the last couple of years. I think we will certainly make that even a bigger part of our development strategy
Right.
going forward. But I think, yes, a lot of these elements that we're doing and other concepts are doing certainly will be with us for a while.
Oh, well, very good. Well, Russ, it's always such a thrill to talk to you. And for the first time, we've had many interviews, but a
Yeah,
Zoom interview has been really fun. And I look forward to covering you guys as you come out of this safely and begin to grow, hopefully, so that we can expose the habit to other parts of the country that don't have the pleasure like we do out here where I live in Southern California. So thank you for being on our interim Zoomcast, I guess.
well, thanks for having me, Nancy, and all the best to you and your family.
You too. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.